Guys, Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. It is July 10th. And with this video, we're going to go over something. We're going to go over how to generate a pre-market game plan. So how to generate a game plan or a trade thesis and how to generate a trade idea on a stock that you're looking to trade that's maybe on your watch list in the morning. Okay, VISL was a stock that we had on our watch list this morning. It was one of my top 3 that I was going to be focusing on off the bell, and we had a very clear, specific game plan on that stock, and we were dead right with the pre-market game plan. However, I did not get a fill. I was so pissed this morning, really, really frustrated this morning that I was right on the analysis and I did not profit from the move. Pre-market, we talked about the $5 area becoming an area of support, watching for that support on a pullback, getting long in front of it, and then watching for an extension move higher on VISL. I'm going to get into that with you in a minute. It's crazy, guys, because I've said this in other videos that I get more upset when I'm right and I don't make money than I do when I'm wrong and I lose money, because I'm okay with losing money when I'm wrong. I should lose money when I'm wrong, but when I'm right, I should make money. So when I'm right and I don't, I get frustrated. So I was frustrated this morning that I didn't get a fill. I tried to get into VISL twice, did not get a fill either time. The stock just completely took off without me. I thought I was going to get another pullback. I was going to get a moment of consolidation. We got none. The stock went from the fresh low of the day straight up to a fresh session high of the day. So it went from a brand new low right up to a brand new high within a matter of minutes without any real consolidation or pullback. So I missed it. But even though I didn't place the trade, it's still a really good lesson that we can talk about how to generate a game plan, because a lot of people are saying, well, Mike, how did you know to watch for the $5 level? And I'm going to go over with you. I'm going to break down for you why we were talking about that $5 level. And this is a good way. I'm going to share with you how I generate my game plan. This way you guys can start to use this same strategy, this same mentality when you're going about developing that game plan, so you know and you have the confidence to pull the trigger when that window of opportunity presents itself. So first things first, let's go to the daily chart on VISL. The first thing I do, guys, when I'm developing a game plan on a stock that's on my watch list is I go to the daily chart. Okay, each candle represents one day. And from that chart, I take a look at and I identify key levels of support and resistance on the daily chart. I check out the major moving averages, the 50-day, the 100-day, the 200-day, see where they are. Are they affecting the price of the stock in recent months, or is the stock just trading right around those moving averages like they're not even there? Are they significant? Okay, you've got to pay attention to that. The first thing that you notice here, okay, for example, VISL is the 100-day moving average has been significant for this stock. Okay, so the first thing that you notice is the 100-day has been resistance for the stock for the past several months. So that's one thing that you would want to take notice of once when you pull up this chart and you're taking a look at it. Now, that doesn't necessarily coincide with the price action that we got today, but by looking at that 100-day moving average and identifying that resistance, you would have then looked for a possible area of support if you got to pull back down to that level today. Okay, but we didn't do, that's not what the stock ended up doing. So now let's talk about what the game plan was and why we were talking about the $5 level. So in this case, the $5 level doesn't have any significant major moving average. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, this is the 200-day. This purple line is a 200-day, excuse me. I think I just said 100-day, it's a 200-day. So as we go out here, when we look at where are our levels, okay, and I identified a level here at $5. Now, it's not a clean level back here because this is prior reverse split, before the stock had a split in May. It traded very, very low volume. Very low volume. So the fact that we tailed through this level a couple times does not surprise me. You can see right here we kind of tailed through it. But you guys see this resistance here in August and September. We broke through it in October. It became a little area of support. We broke down back below that level, and then it once again became an area of resistance. Then fast forward here all the way to March, and we retested that level and it became resistance again. So the first thing that I start to notice here on this VISL daily chart as I look left, okay, you want to look to the left of the day to try to identify your levels, is I see a level here at $5. Okay, so here's my level here at $5. Now, what I do now is say, okay, there's my level on the daily chart. Okay, now the next step in my game plan development after I take a look at the daily chart, after I figure out and identify support and resistance levels on the daily chart. The next thing I do is I pull up the pre-market action and see if is there anything going on pre-market that confirms these levels that I'm looking at on the daily chart. Because if I see something pre-market that level is in fact affecting the stock pre-market, that further gives you confidence in that level once the bell rings. Okay, because again, we go to the daily chart first, identify those key support and resistance levels, then we look pre-market. Is there anything that we see there that lines up with those levels on the daily chart? Because if it does, it'll give you confidence. Now, let's go to the 3-minute chart now. Okay, and now let me add pre-market data. Okay, so there, I just added the pre-market data. Let's pan this over. Right here in this window is your pre-market action. There's your pre-market action. This is that $5 line that we drew on the daily chart. And look what we have here. There is a break through that level. We pulled in, we found support, and then we continued and we pushed higher and we made new pre-market highs. I like when I see this because when the pre-market action coincides with a level that I identified on the daily chart, it gives me confidence in that level. That is why we were looking for $5 to act as an area of support once the bell rang. Now, let me go and delete, okay, the pre-market data. Okay, now I took away pre-market data. Guys, the reason why I'm taking away pre-market data, this is very important, listen up. I do not include pre-market data in my trade line and my VWAP. If you do, it will alter and it will affect your VWAP and trade line indicators. Okay, my trade line is the 9 exponential moving average. That's the yellow line on my screen. VWAP is the orange line. Look again. Okay, here, let's go back to, let's put the data back up there. Okay, there's pre-market data, and you can see, actually here, let me go back. Let me take it off. Actually, I'm sorry. So here, let's take it off. And when you take it off, you can see, look where the trade line is at this moment in time. Now let me take it back off. Let me put it back on. Look where the trade line is at this moment in time now. Look at how big of a difference that is. Okay, again, let me go back and take it off. Now the trade line's all the way back down here. Okay, it will affect your indicators. Okay, so I do not include pre-market data. That's why when the bell rings, my pre-market data drops off and I just see what's going on intraday. So let's recap. Step 1, go to the daily chart, identify key resistance levels, check out where are those major moving averages, are they important? Once you identify levels on the daily, you go pre-market. Is there anything pre-market that coincides with that level that I just found on the daily? Yes, we just saw that at $5. Now, once the bell rings, you start to look for intraday indicators that line up with that level. And the first thing that I do here is I draw my Fibonacci retracement level from the prior day's close. Because of the big gap up, you have to draw from the prior day's close. And what do we notice? Look at here. The 38 Fibonacci retracement level lines up with that $5 level. What else do we have? Look at that. The trade line lines up at that $5 level on that pullback. So now we have $5 as a key level on the daily chart, $5 as a key level pre-market, $5 as the 38.2 Fibonacci level, and $5 as the trade line. All of those indicators lining up at $5. That is why $5 was my area. That's where we were looking to get long. And you can see, guys, we pulled in on that VISL right down into that $5 level. We found support and rocketed right up through to new highs. Okay, I did not get a fill on this. I tried to get in here at 550. I did not get a fill. I then moved up to 560. I did not get a fill, and it just took off. I was not expecting the stock to make that move that quickly. Okay, I was not expecting. I thought we were gonna, pause here at VWAP, maybe, pull back in a little bit, hold the trade line again, consolidate here, okay, and then go. That's what I thought we were gonna have happen. I wasn't expecting the stock to move as quickly as it did, and that's why I didn't just market order in. I was trying to just limit order my way in on the bid, and I just never got filled. And hindsight's 2020. I should have just market ordered in, but I honestly was not expecting the stock to go from the dead low to a fresh new high like that. I just wasn't. So I missed the trade. I missed the move. I was so pissed because the pre-market analysis was so spot on, and I didn't get a fill. I didn't capitalize on the trade. But even though I didn't make the trade, I feel like this was still a really good video and a really good lesson to help you develop your game plan, because when you have to have a game plan going into the day, you have to have a game plan going for the stocks that you're watching on your watch list, because windows of opportunity, they come and they go quickly. They open and close very fast sometimes, especially in some of these low float, small cap stocks. They move around very quickly. And if you're not prepared for what's about to happen, you hesitate, and that hesitation can cause you to miss a move or can cause you to make a mistake. So having a game plan is crucial. That's how I generate my game plan every day. I hope this helps you guys generate yours. I'll see you guys in chat.